Welcome to the True Man Podcast. This is an invitation to radical reconstruction of a man's masculine heart and soul in a place of safe community where we dare to ask questions deep seated inside a man and explore ways to help you become a better man, better son, better dad, and a better spouse. Well, thank you for joining me on the True Man Podcast. It is always a joy to have such great and loyal listeners. Thank you. Really, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Today, I'd like to spend some time talking about adversity. Now, interestingly enough, I've been traveling a lot lately for some speaking engagements, and I've had that I had scheduled here over the last few weeks over the summer months, and I haven't done a whole lot of travel over the last few years because COVID, of course, put a real kibosh on that. But it's been a really interesting experience for me because I've had some airline challenges, and I'm not going to go into detail on that, but hopping from one stop to the next is, well, let's say there's been some challenges. Not on any one airline either. I've traveled on three different airlines, and I've experienced something different on all three. Now, yes, it can be an inconvenience when a flight gets delayed or canceled, but it's how you treat that adversity. It makes all the difference in the world. You can waste a lot of negative energy getting pissed off rather than controlling your emotions and rising to find a solution. Now, all of these airline challenges, of course, made me think about the value of adversity. Despite the adversity I faced getting from one city to the next, I was granted tremendous value by being around great people when I made it to my destination. And what I'm most proud of is I didn't get angry. I didn't get frustrated to trying to get where I wanted to go. I just trusted that God was going to get me where he needed me, when he needed me, one way or another. And trust me, I've been on the other side of this deal, getting angry and pissed and upset, and to the point where nobody even wanted to be around me. So ask yourself, which is better? Getting pissed off or finding a solution that helps solve for the challenges while you stay in control, you're calm, and you're finding how to deal with the situation in a resourceful way. Now, I don't think the answer is hard to figure out, but sometimes we land on the negative side of things. Now, adversity is an inescapable part of the human experience, right? It manifests in various forms such as loss, failure, rejection, illness, or even personal mistakes. And while facing life's tragedies and challenges can be daunting, it is through these various experiences that you can find profound opportunities for growth if you're in that right mindset, right? You can find opportunities for transformation and success. Adversity really shapes our characters and fortifies resolve and imparts there's invaluable lessons about life that you can learn. Additionally, from a faith perspective, adversity can reveal the consequences of some of your sin, right? Also highlighting the boundless grace and forgiveness offered by our God. Now, in today's podcast, I want to explore the multifaceted value of adversity in a man's life, in your life, and illustrate how to navigate life's difficulties so that you can have a more resilient, purposeful, and spiritually enriched life. Now, like a lot of things in life, adversity acts as a test in which character is forged. It is through the fire of hardship that you are tested and strengthened. Now, challenges push individuals beyond their comfort zone, forcing them to confront their limitations and discover their true potential. Now, this process is not only about enduring pain, but also about emerging from it with a renewed sense of self. Consider great inventor Thomas Edison. There's an easy guy to pick on, right? He famously remarked, I have not failed. I just found 10,000 ways that something won't work. Edison's relentless pursuit of innovation, despite countless setbacks, exemplifies the power of perseverance. His ability to see failure as a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block was crucial to his eventual success. And similarly, adversity teaches us the value of resilience, encouraging us to persist in the face of obstacles and ultimately achieve our goals. I'm convinced, and I've been on the same side of this, we give up too quickly. We stop too soon. We don't do what Edison did. We don't look for 10,000 ways. We find 10, and if none of them work, we quit. How are you ever going to achieve your goals if you quit too soon? And really, this is a lot about knowing a little about emotional resilience. Emotional resilience is the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties and adapt to challenging circumstances. Adversity plays a pivotal role in building the resilience, enabling you to navigate the complexities of life with greater ease and composure. And when you're faced with hardship, you can learn to manage your emotions, develop coping mechanisms, and maintain a positive outlook despite adverse conditions. Learning the skill of emotional intelligence will serve you well. And like most things, requires practice. That's right, practice and a concerted effort to get in the right frame of mind versus a negative one. And it can help you get through challenging experiences. For instance, the loss of a loved one can be one of the most heart wrenching experiences that we go through in life. And while the grief may be overwhelming, it also provides an opportunity to develop empathy, compassion, and a deeper appreciation for the transient nature of life. It's inevitable. We're all going to die. Somebody we know is going to die. But over time, the pain of loss can transform into a source of strength, allowing you to support others in their own times of need and build stronger, more meaningful relationships. And what about learning from failure? Now, here's a good one. Failure is often perceived as a negative outcome, but it is, in fact, a vital component of personal and professional growth. Adversity teaches you how to view failure not as defeat, but as a learning experience. Each setback offers valuable insight into what went wrong and how to improve in the future. Let's talk about one of my favorite athletes of all time, Michael Jordan. Widely regarded as one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Now, despite his numerous accolades, Jordan faced significant challenges early in his career, including being cut from his high school basketball team. Instead of being discouraged, he used setback as a motivation to work harder and refine his skills. And Jordan's journey underscores the importance of bracing failure as a catalyst for growth and improvement. And I think his career speaks for itself. We can learn from how to overcome setbacks. And adversity certainly has a unique way of cultivating gratitude and humility in our life. There you go. Jordan experienced humility in his life, and he bounced back to be one of the most successful athletes of all time. Now, when you face difficult circumstances, you are reminded of how fragile life is and the blessings that you often, and I know I have often taken for granted. Now, this realization fosters a sense of gratitude for the simple joys and comforts that might otherwise be overlooked. In addition, adversity humbles individuals by highlighting their vulnerabilities and limitations. It dismantles the illusion of invincibility, encouraging men and people and women to gain help and support from others. Now, this humility not only strengthens interpersonal relationships, but also promotes a sense of community and connectedness. And we were all built to be connected. We were all built to be in community. We crave it. Now, what about our faith life? Where does this come into play? From a faith perspective, adversity serves as a powerful reminder of the consequences of many times our sin and the redemptive power of God's grace. In Christianity, sin is understood as any action or thought that separates individuals from God's will. And adversity often arises as a result of sinful choices, does it not? Everything is a result of choices. Whether one's own, whether one's own of those choices that you make, whether it leads to suffering or hardship, these are all choices that we make. Now, the Bible is stuffed with stories that illustrate this concept. The story of David, for instance, highlights the profound consequence of sin. David's adultery with Bathsheba and the subsequent murder of her husband that led to a series of personal and family tragedies. However, through all that, through sincere repentance and seeking God's forgiveness, David experienced divine grace and redemption. He ultimately is one of the greatest leaders in the Bible. His life serves as a testament to the transformative power of God's mercy, even in the face of grave sin. Now, adversity, therefore, teaches us about the moral and spiritual repercussions of our actions. It serves as a wake up call, urging us to reflect on our choices and seek reconciliation from God. And at the same time, adversity reveals the depths of God's love for us and his forgiveness. No matter how far we stray, God's grace is always available, and those who genuinely repent and seek his guidance, man, we win. It's so important to have that intimate relationship with Christ. Now, while adversity is challenging, right? It also presents numerous opportunities for personal and professional growth. And the key lies in one's perspective and response to those hardships. Again, making choices, making good choices. By adapting a growth mindset and viewing adversity as a stepping stone rather than a barrier, you can harness the transformative power of life's challenges. So, what are some things that you can do? Well, embrace a positive mindset. Cultivate an optimistic outlook by focusing on the potential for growth and learning in every situation. The shift in perspective can help you transform challenges into opportunities for development. Seek support. Don't be afraid to lean on friends, family, and faith communities for support during difficult times. In fact, I encourage it. Sharing your burdens and seeking counsel can provide strength and guidance. And of course, practice self compassion. Be kind to yourself and acknowledge that it's okay to struggle. Self compassion fosters resilience and helps maintain emotional well being. And I'll add to that, slow down, relax, be patient. Not everything is a race. And along with that, you'll learn to reflect and learn. Take time to reflect on the lessons learned from adversity. Journaling and meditative practice can absolutely aid in this. I encourage it 100%. It allows you to process all of your experience and gain valuable insight. And of course, finally, stay connected to faith, right? This is where it all comes down to. If you can have that intimate relationship with Christ, your life is going to feel so much joy and fulfillment. In times of adversity, turning to faith can provide comfort and perspective. Prayer and meditation and studying the Bible can offer solace and guidance in everything you do. Now, finally, as I wrap up today, adversity is an integral part of the human journey. It challenges, refines, and ultimately strengthens us, imparting valuable lessons about resilience, character, and the importance of faith. Now, by embracing adversity as an opportunity for growth and transformation, it can lead you towards a more purposeful, fulfilling, and successful life. Furthermore, Adversity serves as a profound reminder of the consequences of the sins we commit and the boundless grace and forgiveness offered by our God. In navigating life's challenges with faith and perseverance, you can emerge stronger and wiser and more deeply connected to your spiritual self. Well, I want to thank you for joining me on the True Man podcast today. I just thought this was a great opportunity because of all my airline experiences. I sure hope you haven't had any, to talk about adversity and how we can rise above it. So, if you enjoyed today's podcast, please leave me a great review on your favorite podcast channel. And until next week, go out and make this your very, very best day ever.